Hello and welcome back to Sly 2, Band of Thieves, in which we're finally getting these stupid bottles. At long last. Yeah, I gotta admit, my idea was always to save the bottles for this long. It's not like I forgot or put it off accidentally or anything. I did plan it this way on purpose, but in hindsight, I see that it probably would have been a better idea to do this sooner like we usually do. But hey, doesn't matter. Going over the bottles themselves, as usual, it's a good idea to systemize your route. Obviously think about where you have and haven't been, and divide the level into small chunks. Now, this is a lot more difficult in this level, I'd say, because the chunks that you can make are sorta a bit more abstract in a way, or I don't know how I want to say it, but a lot of this level kinda blends together in some ways. But one clear distinction that you can make is, of course, the Neela and Contessa sides, and with that in mind, the Neela side has 9 bottles, the Contessa side has 21. In the footage here, you see me collecting 11 before going to the Contessa side, and that's because you might remember how I've accidentally collected 2 different bottles across some of the previous missions. And I did say that I would make a special mention of it in this video as well, and I will make mention of one of them because I remember it, but frankly, I don't remember the other one, to be honest, and I can't be bothered to find out. But I don't really think it's too necessary, because the reason it was collected was because I went that way in a mission. The 2 bottles that I collected are very out in the open, and if those are the bottles you're missing, you probably haven't been looking very well, or maybe been looking too well and ignoring the obvious. But honestly, for that matter, most of the bottles are kinda out in the open. And it's kinda weird, because this level is very vertical and pretty intricate in a lot of ways. But it doesn't really have a lot of difficult to access or difficult to see with the naked eye kinda stuff, you know? You know, despite how much I complain about how this level has been vertical and being difficult to see GPS markers and things, the fact that it is so vertical, and it is so with all these really narrow bridges, it's very easy to see a good large chunk of the level, and there's very few places that I would say are kinda, I don't know, less out in the open. Instead of out in the open, they're in, out, the closed. What? No. My point is, this is another pretty chill level to get the bottles in. And I do not use the word chill often, so that means it's serious. So, what you can kinda see me doing here is working my way upwards. I like to start on the floor, work my way around the ground and just kinda look around. I didn't make notes of how many balls are on the ground, unfortunately. I probably should have done that, actually. But hey, whatever, not that important. What I do is I work my way on the ground, and then when I feel fairly confident that I've collected all the ones on the complete bottom floor as low as I can get, I slowly work my way upwards. With the level being so vertical, it's kinda easy to get lost in where you have and haven't been already, especially because, especially on the Contessa side, a lot of these big narrow bridges and tall buildings and things that I've mentioned all these times, most of them look basically the same, and it's easy to get turned around. Well, maybe not turn around, but it's easy to forget that you've been a place, or that you have not been a place. But thankfully, it's not a very big level. It's very tall, but not very big, especially when you narrowed it down to the Contessa and Neela side separately. If you only have the Contessa side to deal with, that's really not a big area to have to work with. But easy or difficult, there's one thing I really gotta give this level. It is so fun! Navigating this level, especially as Sly, is just a treat, and it's such a weird contrast to the level, the episode 3 level in India, where because it was also very vertical, but it was designed in a very different way. It wasn't just vertical, it was also fucking annoying, and as such, it's very nice to see that verticality doesn't have to mean annoyance. Even playing as Bentley and Murray, which we do a lot in this level because all the missions are so evenly spread out through the 3. The level is sort of designed in such a way that playing as Bentley and Murray are both viable options, it's just that they're different options. Oh, and by the way, this is where I collected one of those bottles accidentally, I believe. But anyway, you're going to be playing the level differently as Bentley and Murray than you would as Sly. Unfortunately, there's not enough difference between Bentley and Murray to have, you know, much of a difference between those two, but hey. All in all, I feel like this is how you make a vertical level for all 3 characters. But anyway, with all that, we're just collecting the last ball now. We still haven't seen hide or hair of the safe yet, but I'm sure it'll come into our path eventually. Until then, we have a war to start! Let's get going!
The Contessa plans on taking control of Neela's army by fooling them with a prototype voice modulation device. To get the thing working, she'll have to jack it into the satellite connection beneath Neela's headquarters.
So, I'm guessing you'd like me to steal the device and hook it up for our side, giving us control over Neela's mercenaries. Sounds great.
You'll have to steal a few keys here and there to get access to the more secure areas of the castle.
If there's pockets to be picked, I'm your man.
First, steal a wiretap and the voice modulator. Then head for the sewers beneath Neela's headquarters.
I'm on it.
Once there's pickpocketing involved, Sly knows exactly what's up. Interestingly though, this is a little bit different than what we're used to because this guard is very special. He's standing around and I did not think he was going to be seeing me there. Shoot. The guard in the middle is special because I believe, as far as I remember, he's pretty much the only guy who doesn't just wander around like the other ones. This one guard is specifically programmed to stand in that middle patch and slowly rotate. It's a little bit strange, but hey, it works. It makes things different and interesting. And there we got his key. I also do appreciate how, for once, we have some pickpocketing to do and it's not like a million freaking keys to get. It's just kind of two, and they're all in the same place. It's nice.
Smooth work. Now use those keys to break into the castle and get at that wiretap.
All the way on the top this way, we have some keys to use. Well, we have some keyholes to use the keys we got in, rather.
The wiretap is at the far end of the room. Easy does it in here, huh, pal?
Easy does it. Okay. We have a part here where I would actually really recommend trying to be stealthy, because if you don't, you're gonna get a lot of guys after you, and that can be a pain. What I think I'm gonna do is to have the alarm clock here like I usually do, and instead of the knockout dive, I'll replace that with the insanity strike in case things get rough. So, I'll start off by just placing a clock over there. See if maybe that can distract enough people. There we go. That didn't work at all! Wow! Can I... Oh. Well, this is not a part of the plan that I planned. I'm out of magic! Or like, well, not magic, but... Magic, really? I mean, this game has magic in it, clearly, but... Oh, well, it has ghosts at least. It has supernatural things, but not necessarily magic? I don't know. Does bad mojo count as magic? I don't know. But that really wasn't terribly bad anyway, but you just generally kind of want to try and avoid all the bunch of combats. Anyway, the reason we wanted to get the bottles right when we did is because this is where the safe is found.
Security around the Contessa's castle is tight. She must have something really good in here. Punch in 969.
Oh my god, what could it be? It's something that has to be really good, right? Too bad! It's the Rage Bomb.
You've gotten the Rage Bomb move!
The Rage Bomb isn't bad, it's just useless. And those are not necessarily synonymous. See, there's a good reason why it's useless. We have the Rage Bomb. You can probably tell, it's pretty much the same as the Insanity Strike, it's just a bomb. So it has the same effect as the Insanity Strike, it's just more difficult to aim. It has a wider range, yes, but am I not supposed to go out? What do I... Oh, I didn't actually complete the mission, I just got the item, wow! Okay, I'll continue with the bomb in a second. Here we got the wiretap, with all capital letters.
Oh yeah, that wiretap is perfect.
Oh yeah, Bentley, that wiretap is perfect. He said that a little, very enthusiastically.
Another set of guards are up in your binocucon. Rob them of their keys to get at the voice modulator.
This guy isn't one of those guards, but it's always nice to get bronze pocket watches, I guess. I don't know why you would keep your pocket watch in like the back. I mean, pocket watches are supposed to be more easily accessible, aren't they? Very important that you don't kill the guard you're supposed to grab the keys for. So how about we get away? And I'll just stand here and use my smoke bomb, just kind of standing here. That'll work. Whoa, that's not what I meant to grab onto, but fine, that works fine. So yeah, Rage Bomb, like, it's just like the... It has the advantages of the Insanity Strike by, you know, having a good effect. It has a good range, and not only that, it has the interesting property of actually doing damage, seeing as it's a bomb, after all. And the Insanity Strike does that as well, because you hit with your cane, but I think maybe the bomb does more damage. It would at least make sense for a bomb to make more damage than a fucking stick. So, I don't know, that's just my speculation, however. but just the fact that it has so much worse accuracy, you need to throw the bomb, hope that it explodes in time, and hope that you throw it the right way. I mean, obviously you have the aiming from doing something like this, but still, it's not easy to work with. I just don't recommend it at all. If you're gonna use something that has that effect, there's very rarely a reason not to just use the Insanity Strike, because the idea is probably that you can get the enemies to attack each other without even noticing that you're there, but I don't know, I just don't find that to be a terribly useful thing to have. Anyway, that... Did I not hit the circle button, Sly? Or did you just not listen to me? But yeah, I really like segments like this of the level. This level has a lot of really cool climbing kind of things. Like, I feel like as opposed to the second India mission, where again things were really sort of centered around Sly and his very diverse movability, I feel like it's more played around with here, and it's just kind of, it's, you know, in level 3 you played as Sly because it was the most convenient, but here you play as Sly because it's the most convenient, but it's also the most fun. And even with that, you know, as I've said, it doesn't have the disadvantages of the other guys being terrible to play as, and I don't know, I've already been over that, but here we got the second key. Well, I would be able to tell where, but I can't see anything because this place is tall. The only kind of big negative I have this level, but I think I'm just repeating myself. So how about we, instead of doing that, just go over right here to the astronomical clock. I kept calling it astronomical. I can't even say it anymore. Astronomical? I don't flipping know anymore. Now they both sound wrong.
They've posted a lot of security around the voice modulator. This could be tricky.
This could be tricky, but I have a thing I like to do here. What you can do is to go over to this side, get as close as you can, and then take out, Actually, this is the one and only instance where I would really recommend using the Rage Bomb, because you can use that. Bentley wants to, you know, recommend using sound with the alarm clock, but that's boring. How about we instead blow him up? But be quick. He's going to be knocked out by the bomb, and then you want to run around and do the knockout dive. If he wakes up, he's going to be very angry with you, and we don't want that. Here, however, we're going to follow Bentley's advice, because using the alarm clock really is the best choice here. Just sort of toss it over there, I guess. Maybe I can... Yeah, I can just go like this without having to crawl under the stupid tables. Who likes crawling under tables? It's really not the most interesting of mechanics, I gotta admit. But there we go. That's it. We got the voice modulator, because apparently it's being yelled.
That's it! You've got the Contessa's voice modulator! Let's go put that thing to work!
Yeah, sounds great. For some reason, this game is very inconsistent when it wants to just warp me out of the room or when I need to go out of it myself. It's a little bit weird.
The Contessa's guards have locked down the entrance to the sewer. Find the guys in charge and steal their keys.
Where are these guys? Oh, there they are. We have another instance of stealing 2 keys, finding a place to use them, and, well, using them. I think you get the gist of this, so how about we just go ahead and find the guys, see what's up, get their shit. They're over here by the guillotine, and they're just kind of wandering around, so nothing particularly special. Here is really useful to remember that you can crawl under the guillotine, however. They're going to be wandering in each their own directions. So, what I like to do is to step out, get a couple of hits on them, go back in, up. It can be a little bit finicky because you use the circle buttons for both actions. But just get as much as you can, and then walk under and sort of intersect between them. Not like intersect, I don't know what I want to say, but like, you know, get in their path. Because I feel like that's the easiest way to actually get in contact with their backs like that. And of course, if you kill one of the guys, you're gonna notify the other one, and it can be a convenience. But I feel like it's quicker to just deal with them like this. Even though it can seem a little bit more slow, having to go back in and out of this stupid guillotine. Are you done soon? There we go, thank you.
That's some quality thieving, Sly. Now head for the runoff drains near the riverside. They should lead to the sewer.
They should lead to the sewer, so they're probably quite far down. We saw the GPS marker for just a second there. And what do you know? It's where we found one of those cheeky little bottles that are particularly well hidden. Hey, hey. It's almost as if it's already been foreshadowed or something. Wow.
Through one of the runoff drains to get to the sewer entrance.
Bentley, you're telling me where to go as I'm going there. I'm sorry, but you're not being very helpful. You're being too slow.
According to my blueprints, this sewer should take you underneath Neela's headquarters.
Which is perfect to install the voice modulator. So, these guys. How about we keep contradicting myself and using a move that I said was basically useless? Because, again, it has the advantage, like I said, that you can use the effect without having been noticed in the first place. It's handy, but remember, the... We're not gonna attack each other. It has the same effect as the Insanity Strike. Why isn't it using it? God, don't notice me. They didn't attack each other. What assholes! Well, fine. Do I have anything else? Have I ever shown the voltage attack? I'm not certain that I have. Well, I can't. I'm out of special gauge. Well, as we go over here, we have some dangerous things, so how about we ignore all that?
Looks like we got lucky. The Contessa's men have already excavated Neela's satellite cable. How should I proceed?
Splice in the wiretap, then attach the voice modulator. I'll broadcast from the safe house to make sure it works. This is going to be so cool. Hello, mercenary tank forces. Come spinning in turrets for me.
Guys, this is cool. I mean, you are all really cool. Carry on.
Classy, Bentley. Very well and discreetly done. I gotta admit, ever since I saw a voice modulator used by Team Rocket in the Pokemon anime in the first season, I've always wanted one. It just sounds so cool to have. Anyway though, I think maybe with that we're gonna end things off. So, next time, we have just a couple more things to do. We need Murray to do his shit with the tanks, and we need Bentley to do his shit with the tanking. Not the tanking, but with the hacking. They have similar... Well, they have an A in them, and that makes them similar. So, how about we continue on with that next time? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you then.